This photo, posted by Malika Andrew, had me thinking about the landscape of the NBA. And with the Blazers recently winning the NBA Summer League title, it had me thinking about how we currently celebrate our current players in the league as well. In this video, we're going to be talking about the NBA and how it should add some more awards to the league, and what those awards specifically are, but also some of the past winners of these specific awards too. There are too many awards to start with, so let's start with one the NBA has been waiting for a long time. The Comeback Player or Veteran of the Year award can be split into two different awards that has some of the same criteria when earning the award. The NBA actually had a Comeback Player of the Year in 1981, but was replaced for Most Improved Player. According to the league spokesman Russ Granite, we phased it out because it became very difficult to determine any kind of clarity exactly what the requirements were. I personally believe this was due to multiple players who have won this award, their main reason being drug related. Players and media should vote on this award, but players' votes should be weighed more because they spend more time with the team and can tell you who's the most valuable veteran. Unlike the Most Improved Player, which favors up and coming young players, this award is specifically for players 27 and older, and is presented to a player who has recovered from a subpar season after achieving success in the past. The award could also be named after two Hall of Fame players. First, Moses Malone, due to his lack of discussion in the all-time rankings, despite having multiple MVPs, a ring, and also 13 All-Star appearances. Another option could be Dominique Wilkins, who came back very dominantly after a torn Achilles injury in 1992. Some players who could have won this award in the past could have been Chris Paul during his 2019-2020 season. After the 2019 Western Conference semifinals 6-game series loss to the Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets were ready to trade Paul due to rumors of locker room drama between him and James Harden. On July 16, 2019, the Rockets sent him to the Thunder for 4 first-round draft picks and Russell Westbrook, which had actually depleted their roster due to the Paul George trade that happened 6 days prior. With the help of the 6 Men of the Year candidate Dennis Schroeder and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he led the Thunder to a 5th seed in the West and a first-round exit from the Houston Rockets. He actually ended up making his first All-Star team for the first time in 3 years since leaving the Clippers. Our next possible winner could be Pascal Siakam during the 2021-22 season. At the end of the 2021 season, Siakam went into the office with a lot of work after missing the playoffs for the first time in his career. The 2020 season, Spicy P actually made All-NBA second team and won the NBA Finals with Kawhi Leonard, but since Kawhi had left for LA, there were a lot of expectations on Siakam going in. Surprisingly, he did not make the All-Star team despite having a higher field goal percentage, steals, rebounds, and all, and assists than his All-Star season. He ended up making All-NBA third team with the help of Scottie Barnes and made the playoffs again to help bring Toronto back to at least some sort of contention. The next idea for an award can be tied in with the sponsorship and can be used for any player across the league regardless of experience. The Red Robin Player of the Year is given to the player who is best recognized as the second option on their team, who contributed to their team's success despite having elite teammates. This can also be used for third or fourth options on the lineup as well, but this team must have a clear first option for said player to be given this award. Examples of this award could be Cat or Ja Morant. Both players were sole All-Stars for their organizations, making them clear first options this past season. This award could also be partnered with Red Robin, which adds a little incentive on the players. And to earn this award, media members alone should vote on this award due to it being slightly uncomfortable for players to admit they're literally second options. Here are some possible winners of the past. Anthony Davis's bubble season was one to never forget, finishing the year first team All-NBA and All-Defensive with 26 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks. That was all his averages, which was actually third in blocks that year. He went crazy that season. There was no doubt in anyone's mind that the addition of Anthony Davis to the Lakers was simply the driving force in winning the title that year. Of course, the leadership of LeBron James helped, but the two-way dominance of Davis that year made the Lakers easily the most unbeatable team that season out. Our next possible winner from the past is Jaylen Brown during the 2022 season. At the start of the season, the Celtics were actually as low as out of the play-in tournament. Turning up during the mid-season break and towards the end, Boston earned the second seed. He eventually dropped 50 points in January 2nd against the Orlando Magic. His teammate, Jason Tatum, 3 weeks later, would actually drop 51 points against the Wizards and 54 points on March 6th against the rival Brooklyn Nets. Tatum would be gifted with all NBA first team honors, while Brown didn't even get an all-star nod. This award is perfect for Brown because the Celtics do not capture the second seed without Tatum and Brown's 1-2 punch. This next award we will talk about has a counterpart that has been a staple in the league for years, and it's time we give it the looks it needs. Before I show you the award, let's talk about some honorable mentions for awards that the NBA needs to add. Playoff MVP. This award is given annually to the most valuable player of his team during the NBA playoffs. Some possible winners of the past could be Jimmy Butler during his bubble run, or LeBron James whenever he was in the Eastern Conference. The Ultimate Iron Man award is given to the player who also played 82 games in the season, but has also played the most minutes within those 82 games. The 2022 recipient of the Iron Man award would be Mikal Bridges. The 2022 Iron Man award nominees would be Saddiq Bey, Danny Avila, and Dwight Powell. Our last honorable mention would be a new third all-defensive team and 3 new all-offensive team. The Offensive Player of the Year is given to the best offensive player during the regular season. The award will most likely go out to the scoring title, but double-digit assist and high offensive rebounding numbers should play a small role, one more than the other. This award is needed for 2 reasons. Of course, we have a Defensive Player of the Year, so why haven't we added an Offensive Player of the Year already? That's the first reason, and that's all I need to say. Number 2, this award is needed so we can differ a dominant offensive season from an MVP season. A perfect example of this was our first past winner, James Harden. During the 2019 race against Giannis, Harden during the season averaged 36.1 points, 7.5 assists, while shooting 37 from the arc and 44 from the field. That, and he also led the league in total points, offensive win shares, offensive box plus minus, points per game, free throws attempted and made, and 3-pointers attempted and made, and win shares. Adding this award could have avoided the whole Giannis-Harden rivalry, but hey, Run and Dunk Man ended up getting the last laugh with that terribly funny pass to Harden's face. Our next possible winners from the past, which is Kobe Bryant. During the 05-06 season, Bryant had made many strides in the game up to the point of even finishing second in MVP voting and being a 7-time All-Star. This debate until this day still goes on about who's the true MVP of the season, but I'm not here to change anyone's mind. What I can say without a doubt though is that Kobe being Bryant, the Black Mamba, would have won Offensive Player of the Year this season. This season he actually averaged 35 points on splits of 35% from 3 and 45% from the field. There's no doubt that Kobe had a dominating offensive season, leading the league in total points per game, field goals made, and attempted free throws, and usage percent to put the cherry on top. Okay, if that didn't convince you, all I have to say is 81. Yes, the second highest points scored in the game, which was done by Kobe this season. Our last recipient shouldn't be a surprise because of the way he changed the game over the past few years. Steph Curry during this 2019 campaign was something that was simply too memorable, and the second half is where he really started to heat up his play. He first passed Reggie to go second in all-time 3-pointers on the list, and we eventually know he became the first passing Ray Allen, next winning his second 3-point contest in March. Then, in April, surpassing Wilt for all-time franchise points while being the only player in history to average 35 on a 50-40-90 split. To end the season against the Grizzlies, Curry actually put up 46 points to hold off Bradley Beal and win another scoring title, while being the oldest player to average 30 points and win it.